Get excited? We are finally about to start the user registration process. So the purpose of doing user registrations is to set up accounts, classes, and subjects for the upcoming year. The process is very simple. You can either do it like one by one, or you can do it in a batch import. The only thing you need to do is upload the Excel file to the LoiLoNote cloud server. Okay, so if you know how to use Excel, you're fine. Okay, so let's say if your school is using LoiLoNote ID instead of Google or Microsoft, you'll be granted, did you see that? Like granted like a login paper. So you can pass the registration login details to other teachers. But if you're using Google or Microsoft for registration, you can just send them you can just use the preset password. It's not gonna be changed in LoiLoNote. Okay. So, as a teacher or as administrators, you are going to create the teacher's account, student's account, and then create classes and subjects. And also, you're going to pass this information to the teachers who are teaching in the class. So again, if you're using LoiLoNote ID, you will be granted a very special, like this, a login paper, and then you're gonna pass this to the students. But again, if your school is using Google or Microsoft, you will not have this login paper. Okay. So now let's talk about the flow. So setting up accounts, classes, and subjects. All right, so let's say we have 6 classes in the school. So this is your school. For user registration, the idea is to create a class. So in the class, you will have teachers, right? And you have teachers, students, and subjects. So today's workshop is all about how you set up all of them and then put that in your school. So that's all about the user registration process. So if you understand the concept, it's not difficult. Okay, so we talked about it like new teachers, students, arrange classes if you need it, but most of the time I don't touch it because when we register students, the class has been linked together, so don't worry too much about it. And then we have new subjects and we have relevant admin operations. Okay, so if you break down to each step, if you are doing a batch import, each step will be we have to download the Excel template. We're going to fill out the template and upload the pre-filled Excel and return to the admin console and then proceed to the next step. So it sounds complicated, but because we have the dummy school today, it should be quite easy for you to try it. And don't worry, because it's a dummy school, if you accidentally make a mistake, it's still not going to affect your school. Okay, so I'm going to repeat. If you are in your home school now, can I please kindly ask you to log out and use today's demo account. Okay. All right, and also one more thing. Since this is a dummy school, so please don't use your real account and don't use the real accounts for teachers and students and put it to this dummy school, okay? Because after 3 months, the school will be basically closed and you will not be able to access any information in it. So I kindly ask you to just use whatever email, let's say t01@google.com, this kind of like fake email, or you just make one so that it's not gonna affect the real practice. Yep. All right, so the first step is add teacher's account. So in Malaysia, I believe people use Google, right, to log in most of the time. But just in case, if you have 6 or 7 students sharing one devices, I wouldn't recommend you to use SSO login like Google or Microsoft. So today we're going to use the LoiLoNote ID first and see how it goes. And if in the future you believe that you guys will be able to have per iPad or per Chromebook for students. And then if you're using Google or Microsoft login, will be more practical. Hey, so everybody please go back to your white admin console. Yes. So if you are still in this page, right, there's a little shortcut. You can click on basically the logo and it will bring you back to the top. Okay, so we're going to click on teachers. All right, did you see the things in here? So what we are going to do is we will first try to add one teacher's account. So one teacher's account. So let's say you click on new teacher. Because we're going to do LoiLoNote ID first. You just click on add via LoiLoNote ID. Full name, I think I will just make one up. Oops. Let's say. And then the user ID, I'm just going to put a fake one here. Let's say it's T01. Or if you want it to be, you just like HALLA, whatever. So in real practice, it depends on how your school wanted to use it. So some schools use T01, T02. Some schools use the abbreviations of the teacher. So I'm just going to put it like that. And then don't worry about the short key, because the short key is used for, how can I say that properly? So the short key for teachers is just to make it look easier. So let's say this is a teacher from English. So you just put English, okay? And you don't have to click on administrator privilege because we talked about it. Like one school, you need to only have one or two. So we can just leave it there. And it depends. So if you think the privacy is far more important, you can also click on, required password change when the user next logs in. Okay. So let's say I finish, I check the full name, I check the user ID, I put them a short key, or you can just leave them empty, and then you click on generate password, require password change when the user next logs in, you click on create. Okay, and because this is pretty sensitive, so make sure this login paper only being passed to this teacher. Okay. All right. So if you have no problem creating teachers' accounts, your screen will have one new teacher, right? So please let me know if you have any questions and concern or you don't understand any of it. So we've just talked about how to add teachers like one by one. But let's say, wait, I have like 20 teachers. I'm not going to do it one by one, right? So now we're going to introduce how to add teachers in batch. Okay, so it requires you to have the skills of how to use Excel. Okay, so please click on batch process by Excel and then just click on add via LoiLoNote ID. Okay. You just see that we have to download the Excel template. So if you're not sure, did you see that we have to get help with filling out the template? So I have made an example in here. So when you're doing the user registrations in your school, if you forgot how to use the Excel template, please feel free to see the examples in the support page. So I assume you already downloaded the Excel template, right? So now we're going to spend like 2 or 3 minutes to do the Excel template. If you don't know what to do, please feel free to reference this page. But also, did you see that we have a user ID which is T01, and I've just used T01 as adding individually. So you can start as T02 or whatever, like in your fake account. So please, again, I'm going to repeat. Please don't use your real account because this is a demo. It's a demo school, and then none of the real information should be included in your demo school. Okay. So we're going to sit here for 2 minutes. So everybody, please download your Excel template and then open it. Whatever full name, I will just to save some of the time, I will just whatever write it up. User ID is, because we already have T01, so we would start with T02. And then short key is optional, but if you wanted to put it in, you can insert things you want to. Okay, T02 is also English. Let's see. Okay, so once you finish your Excel template, please make sure to save it. Okay. I might add up to T05. There you go. Okay, so once you finish your Excel template, please click on Choose File. And then choose the file you have just updated. Oh, Google Spreadsheet is, I would say it's okay, but you have to download it after you finish using the Google Spreadsheet, because you can see that this requires the actions of upload, and we cannot upload Google Spreadsheet. It has to be a downloaded format Excel. That's a great question. So when you are doing stuff you can do in the Google Spreadsheet, but after that you have to download it. You have to download it. Okay. Okay. So once you finish Excel, and then you will just click on Start Batch Process by Excel. It will say Processing. So did you see that? So I'm just getting a bit lazy. It's supposed to be a full name here. So you have the full name, you will have the user ID, and then you will have the short key, but it's just optional, so you can leave it empty. And then if you want them to change the password, please click on it and click on Confirm. And then there's the login paper. So please make sure you either print it now or download the Excel file. Okay. So once you finish, please click on Complete. Okay. Did you see that now I have 3 new teachers in here? So let me know if you have any questions and concerns. If you don't understand any of them, please let me know. So far we've talked about, so far we talked about how to add teachers one by one, or how to do the batch process by Excel. So personally advise, if you're not familiar at the first time, please do the one by one first. So after you understand how it works, then you go to the Excel spreadsheet and do the batch import. I think that will be a lot easier and practical. Okay. All right, so we talked about, like, if you're doing LoiLoNote ID, you should be able to distribute the account to the teachers. Okay. So what about after that you say, hey, the teacher wants to use Excel to log in instead of LoiLoNote ID. So now I'm going to teach you how to do the LoiLoNote ID with the Google or Microsoft login. Okay, so everybody please go back to your admin console. So I'm just gonna click on this T01, and you can see that we've got the name here. Nothing goes wrong. And then you will click on Google Connection. So if you click on Google Connection, did you see that they have the email address underneath? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna, I think I'm just gonna make it up. So maryh@gmail.com, that kind of things. So if you click on Google Connections, you will enter this teacher's Gmail, and then once you finish it, please click on Update. Okay. So did you see that now next to this teacher's LoiLoNote ID, he now has a Google login information. Okay, again, because it's a dummy school, so please don't add your real email. Okay, we are not gonna use this school after 3 months. So please, whatever, just make it up like a Google. Just make up like a Google email and just put it in. Because today the mission is to help you understand how it works. Okay, so let's say if you said, hey, can I also add Microsoft login? Of course you can. So let's say you go back to the same teacher, and then this time you click on Microsoft Connections. How does it gonna look like? Let's say you have this, and then you add hotmail.com, and then you click on Update. Did you see that now this teacher has 3 login methods it can be used? Okay, the first one is LoiLoNote ID, the second one is Google, the third one is Hotmail, which is Microsoft login. So there's something that I want you to really pay attention to it. Did you see that I'm doing this linkage within the same user? Right? So if you have the full name here, if you have this Ameri for 3 times appears like this, that must be wrong. Because you only have one user with, so one user, one account. But one user can have 3 to 4 different login methods. Does that make sense? To put it very easy, like this. If you have one user, and then after the user ID, it has 2 or 3 icons next to it, that's correct. But if you have one full name, like one teacher's name, repeated 1, 2, 3 rows, that's wrong, okay? I'm gonna explain why. Because when we do the subjects, because put it simple, students connecting with classes and teachers connecting with subjects. So let's say I have a teacher has 3 accounts. So which account are you going to use when you link the subjects, right? So every time if you're confused, just remember this. I can have one account, but I can log in with 3 different login methods. So if you get that correct, you wouldn't mix up when we have the end of year account processing, which will be something coming up at the end of this year. Okay, so if you have no problem, we also have the batch process by Excel. So let's say this time I'm going to add the link with Google account. You're gonna click on link with Google account, and you have to also download the Excel template. Okay, so when you download the Excel template, and you have to open it. And also here, did you see that get help with filling out the template? So if you forget how to use the template, please feel free to just check it on. So it's gonna look like this, the template. Okay, so I'm going to quickly fill out my template too. So now we have I have T02, and then T03, and then the Google email address. I think I'll just do whatever is there. TV. Okay, so once you finish filling your Excel spreadsheet, again click on choose file, and then click on link with Google account Excel, and click on open. Start to import. Okay, did you see that now I have T02 Google email address, T03 Google email address. So if some of you appears to be a pink, as you can see this is green, right? If it's pink, which means something goes wrong, don't panic. You can always go back and fix the Excel spreadsheet. Because for me, like, if you have to fix it after you finish the import, it's going to be really, really difficult. I mean, it takes time. So I will say if there is an error appears in this page, please feel free to go back and fix your Excel spreadsheet, okay? Okay, click on confirm. Now you can see that the account connection has been complete. So far, so far, does anyone have any questions? Oh, I have one. That's a good question. So what SSO stands for? Okay, so I'm gonna copy paste you too. Okay, so this is the definition I copied from Google. So for me, SSO login is you either use Google or Microsoft login. That's it. But if you ask me, the professional, the official definition, so SSO stands for single sign-on, which is an authentication method allowing users to log in once with one set of credentials to access multiple independent software systems. It relies on a central identity provider to verify the user and securely share tokens with different applications. Okay, that's really complicated. Just remember this way. SSO means you can use either Google or Microsoft to log in. You just need to enter once the password, and then your devices will remember your login information. So next time when you click on Google login, you will go directly into the system. But do you remember we talked about LoiLoID? LoiLoID is not SSO. Why? Because every time when you have to sign in via LoiLoID, you have to enter the school ID, user ID, and password. And it also brings up to our next important question, which is, if your school is using a shared device, I would not recommend using the SSO login, because every student can see the previous student's login information, so it's insecure. So for me, like today we talked about how to use the LoiLoID. I would personally suggest to use LoiLoID to start with, but you can just set them a very simple password, which we will cover very soon. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to talk about the next one. So let's say your school only use, we called about the SSO, which is the Google or Microsoft. We'll have different methods. So let's say if your school only use Google or Microsoft, you can see that it's a lot complicated, right? So everybody please go back to your admin console. So let's say your school is using Google only. If your school doesn't use LoiLoID, it's basically the same. So if you click on new teachers, and then you click on add via Google account or Microsoft account. So again, this is a dummy school, so please don't use the real email. You click on it, and then I will just add like abc@loilo.tv, let's say. And then the full name is English. Okay, don't worry about Shotkey, don't worry about the administrative privilege, you just click on create. Okay, so did you see that this teacher has only one way to sign in now, which is the Google. Okay? And also, if your school only wanted to use Google or Microsoft, and then you have 20 teachers, the same, you click on batch process by Excel, and then you click on the add via Google account. So the process is exactly the same. So we are not going to repeat, but when you have time, please feel free to use this dummy school after we finish the workshop until you are really doing the registrations for your own school. Okay. So far, does anyone have any questions? Okay. So looks like we're fine, right? Alright. So we're going to go to the next one. So, because we talked about the teachers, so now we're going to talk about the student's account. So start with the LoiLo and also link LoiLoID and SSO. So if you're going back to your admin console, please click on students. As you can see that I have pre-made lots of students, so please don't worry too much about it. And then if you click on new students, add via LoiLoID, the same. What do I have the name for the students? Okay, I think I might just randomly put on B7wood, user ID as 01. So in real practice, it doesn't have to be as 01. It can be the abbreviations of a student's name or a student's name with their birthday. So it's up to you. It's up to school how to use it. So short key, I sometimes will enter their student number, but it's really optional. So we generate. Oh, okay. So here I have. It depends on how your school wanted to use it. So normally I would just click on generate password. So the system will automatically generate a very difficult set of password. But let's say you want the student to memorize their password, the easy one. You can just uncheck the generate password and put it to a very simple password like that. Okay. And then did you see that require password change when the user next log in. For younger age, I probably wouldn't take it. I wouldn't check it because they will forget anyways. And then you have to reissue another password. So I think I would probably just leave it there. And then did you see that we have the graduation date? And then we haven't created any classes yet. But anyways, so let's say this is a student. It's a student wanted to get into 6A for this year. So you can see that the classes, we have 6A available, 6-1 available, and then the graduation day should be the end of this academic year, let's say, right? But if it's not, you can always change it. So you just click on create. So did you see that now this student, as a transfer student, now she is able to join the class 6-1. Right, so if you click on class 6-1, you can see that this student has entered this class. Okay, so if you say, when I add 1 by 1, there's no class in the list. So what are we going to do? So I normally do is the batch Excel import. So did you see that we have the batch process by Excel? You click on it, and then you click on add by LoiLoID. Okay, just say that we have to download Excel template. So you can see that the whole administration process is to keep downloading Excel, filling Excel, uploading Excel, and then just check the details. So I want you to download Excel template. If you don't know how to use it, please click on get help with filling out the template. Okay. So we're going to, but if you're not sure, please feel free to reference to this chat. I just wanted to save some time, so I think I will just quickly just do this. I will do 2 students. Oh, I already got Elizabeth through, so I'm gonna get this one. So I will start with X02 because remember we have already have the X01 added 1 by 1. And then if you want, you can also have the short key. Or otherwise, you just leave it there. 1A, we have another 14. Okay, and then we have S0. So remember today, this is a demo school, so please don't fill in your real students' detail because this school is not going to be used after 3 months. Okay. All right, so please make sure you check all the details because when you have more than 20 students, it's kind of complicated. Okay. All right, so once you finish, go back to choose file and click on and click on the add new students via LoiLoID. Click on open and click on start batch process by Excel. Okay, so everybody please pay really attention to this part. So let's say we are adding year 1 students. In real practice, you will have year 1 to year 6, let's say, right? So it will have the class term here. So even though you have students graduated this year, next year, or the 3rd year, the class term is always within 1 academic year. 1 academic year. So let's say we're going to do, what day is it today? 2026. And you're starting using LoiLoNote maybe, let's say next week, or maybe today. So make sure you have the start time, day and time, 2026, July the 28th, or if you wanted to start August, that's totally fine. But I recommend you to remember what time you have set for your class, because we're going to set the subject after that, and if the time is different, the system could not recognize they're bundling together. Okay, so for me, you have to be really, really careful when you set the class term. I'm going to do like today and start from 0, and then the end date is, let's say, the 31st of next year. Okay, so don't click on indefinite period, because the reason why we have end of year account processing was because after the academic year, all the information will be archived into a folder But if you click on indefinite period, the system wouldn't be able to automatically sort all the information to the folder. So I kindly recommend you not to touch the indefinite period. Okay? Alright, so 2026, 728, start from something. I normally just do a screenshot just in case I forgot the time I set. Okay, so start batch process by Excel. And it says this class will be open and made available to students immediately. Proceed. I will just say proceed. Okay. And then please make sure you check the details and then the graduation date. So because we are importing the year 1 students, so I do assume they graduate after 6 years, let's say. But you do remember we can change the date in here. So let's say if they graduated and the 25th, see? You can change that, but I'm getting very lazy. So I will just follow the system by saying that 6 years later, okay? So if no problem, please click on next. And also, I'm going to explain why we also recommend you to select a graduation date. Was because once the student has been set to a specific graduation date, so at that date, the student account will be moved to the graduate students, right? So for me, I always set everything sharp so I don't have to touch anything, okay? Okay, so you check the details. If this is pink, means something goes wrong, and then goes back and fix your Excel, okay? Click on confirm. Okay, make sure you have print out their LoiLoNote ID or just download the Excel spreadsheet. Click on complete. Okay. Now, did you see that I have these 2 new students? And then I have their sort key, but don't worry too much about it. And then they have the student numbers and they have the new class. Okay, so everybody please click on the new class. Did you see that it has no problems in here too? Because I always wanted to double check if something goes wrong. Okay, so it looks like we're fine. Okay, so we talked about how to add LoiLoNote ID for students one by one, and also we talked about how to add LoiLoNote IDs in batch. So make sure if you're using LoiLoNote ID to distribute the account to the students, okay? So we also talked about, let's say after a couple of years, the school wanted to use the LoiLoNote ID and the SSO, which is the Google Microsoft. This is how it looks like. Okay, so if we're going back to your admin console, again, this time we're going to click on batch process by Excel, and then again, link with Google account. Link with Google account. So let's do one by one first. We wanted to link these students for the Google. You just click on the students and click on Google Connections. And then what was that? Elizabeth Wood at, let's say, gmail.com. And then click on update. So, oh, where is it? It's gone. Sorry, it must be somewhere. Oh, there you go. Sorry, it's in the middle. So you see that we now have the student as 01, and then we have the LoiLoNote ID, and we have the Microsoft login. So I won't repeat how to do the batch import. It's also very easy. So we have the link with Google account. So please be really, really careful in here. So you already have your LoiLoNote ID. So please don't click on add via Google account. Because if you click on add via Google account, one user will have two user IDs. So this is not recommended. Remember, we have one user, 2 login methods. Something like this. Okay. So let's say your school only uses the SSO login, which is a Google Microsoft, and then this is the Excel spreadsheet. So it looks pretty complicated, but when you put in practice, it's actually really easy. So let's say your school is using Google only. So you can click on this one, add via Google account, or batch process via Excel, add via Google account. Okay, so it's actually very, very straightforward. So if you're not sure, let's say you're not sure how to do it, make sure you click on the get help with filling out the template. Okay, Okay, so now I'm going to teach you how to also check the student. So let's say you have one student transferring from the school to another school. I normally don't delete their account. I'll put them graduate. So let's say you have one student. Student 1 is moving from your school to is moving from your school to the other school. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on it. Did you see we have the graduate in here? I'll click on graduate and graduate now. So this student will be relocated to here, the graduates. See, you can see that we have one student in here, which is the graduates. Okay, so but don't worry too much about it, because one day when we have the end of year account processing, we will be able to teach you how to do once we have students transfer from your school into another school. Okay. So far, does anyone have any questions? Okay, so we're fine. Okay, so should the file have only one sheet? If you're saying that we're adding Google or LoiLoNote ID, yes, the file will only have one sheet. But some of you have done end of year account processing before. You will know that that's one file will have seven tabs in it. Okay, but don't worry too much about it. When it comes to the end of the year, we'll have another workshop for that. So please wait for me. And then that's a great question. Okay, so now we are going to talk about how to edit classes. So let's say you have, if you can just go back to your LoiLoNote, the admin console, and click on classes. And let's say you say, oh, 1A, we only have like 2 students, and you wanted to have more students. Let's say you have one student coming from other schools, and it doesn't belong to any classes. Then you click on one class, and then you can see that we have class students in here. And then let's say I wanted to add Elizabeth Smith to this class. You just click on add. But I normally not recommended doing this way. Do you know why? Because you can see that, the graduation date is different. It's different. So it will be quite complicated to do it that way. So normally I will the only thing I would touch the edit class is maybe I wanted to change the name of the class, or I wanted to reset the class code. That's it. So normally I don't really touch the edit class. Okay, so if we have no problem, we're going to do the last step, which is add new subjects in the admin console. So if you could go back to your LoiLoNote admin console, please click on subjects. Okay, as you can see that I have lots of pre-made dummy subjects. So let's say you wanted to add subjects for this year. So you can just click on add new subjects. So I will just do, let's say, English. Oops. Okay, because we are doing the subjects for this year. So anyone do remember we talked about the class term? I wanted to start exactly when my class starts, I want my subjects to start at the same time. Because when you do the end of year account processing, if your subjects and classes is starting differently, it's quite difficult when you wanted to make sure, okay, so this English belongs to 1A, or whether this English subject belongs to 2B, right? So for me, I always wanted to make sure the subjects starting as the classes started. So I remember I was filling out with 2026, July 28th, start from 0. And then it finished at 2027, the 31st of January. Okay, the time zone is correct. And then let's say I have 1A, because remember we are setting up the subjects for this year. So this one, and then we have, let's say I want to assign this teacher to teach the subject. And some people might ask me, what is restrict access? I don't really worry too much about it. It's just like if you have clicked on the restrict access, when the other teacher who doesn't have the admin privilege will not be able to see this subject. That's it. So it doesn't really make any change. And don't worry too much about these subject share folders. If you have no problem, please click on create. Okay. Okay, so did you see that now we have a subjects that link with this class start as the same time as my classes started? Okay, so if you wanted to do the batch import, also this will be pretty complicated. Because let me explain. So let's say if you have 28, how many subjects do we have? So let's say if you have 8 subjects per class, and if you have 10 classes, you have 80 subjects, right? So normally I don't really create subjects by doing this one by one stuff. I always do the batch process by Excel. I will just click on register regular subjects, and then remember, download the Excel template. If you're not sure how to do it, just get help with filling out the template. And then you just follow this one. Make sure you get the class and the grade correct, you get the subject's name correct. The only thing I wanted to do the compulsory, because you know that we will repeat English, social studies, mathematics, science, let's say. And then did you see that the D, column D, if you're using LoiLoNote ID, this is your LoiLoNote ID. If you're using Google Microsoft, this will be the login detail, the email address. Okay, so because of time, we won't go through it, but if when you're setting up classes and subjects, if you have any questions, you please feel free to message me and Isol. And then we're going to, I think after that, we're going to have the WhatsApp group or like the Telegram group so that we can support you in a timely manner. Okay, because if you add something wrong, it's kind of difficult when you wanted to fix it after that. Okay, and also there will be another way to add subjects, which is here. Okay, so some of you might be familiar with that. So I personally wanted to do it this way because it doesn't take me that much time to do it. So let's say you have one teacher's account for the teachers who are teaching mathematics in 1A or 1B, right? You can just talk to the teacher to log into their LoiLoNote Blue interface and then teach them to, sorry, I have Chinese in here, but anyways. So you can teach them to click on add subjects, click on add subjects and find 1A and just add subjects in there. Okay, so in that case, you don't have to prepare all the subjects for all the teachers. They can just do it by when they have time. But there's only one concern I want you to remember, because once they add the subjects, if they add it wrong, you have to delete it or you have to close it. So it's good to teach them how to do it properly, but also at the same time, if they mess it up, we have to fix it, right? So I would say this will be easier if they know exactly what to do. But if they don't know what to do, it will be good that as an administrator, we'll just do it for them. And we'll do it just in the batch import so that they don't need to worry too much about it. Okay. All right. So we covered how to do the teachers and students in classes and subjects. And we also talked about how to add new subjects in the blue LoiLoNote interface. Okay, now the only 2 topics being left. This is just optional, so you don't have to use it, but I personally find that quite useful. It's the reports. Okay, so does anyone know what does DAU mean? Have a guess. Okay, no one knows. No?
Daily active user?
That's correct. Yes. So daily active user. So we're going to talk about the daily active user and the admin log. Okay. So everybody, please go back to admin console and click on reports. If you click on reports, did you see we have the usage reports, we have the statistics, we have the usage ranking, and we have the admin console operations log. Okay. So we are going to click on the usage statistics first. It's very complicated here. So what I want you to understand is this. So let's say you wanted to see how many people is actively using LoiLoNote every single day. This is one of the examples that I can share you. So you have the school name, you have the number of users. So the number of users means the number of teacher and student users reflects the number of registered teacher and students for each school. I have a question. Does dummy account, training account included in the number of users? Yes, press 1. No, press 2 for me. Number of users, does this include the training account? Yes is 1. No is 2. Okay, so everybody's giving me 2. The answer is 1. Actually, it's included. So as you can see, the number of users is the number of teachers and students registered in the system. That's why the good news is after 30 or 60 days or 90 days, this training account will be removed to the trash. So after 30 or 60 days, this number is not gonna reflect. It's not gonna reflect in the system. Okay, so as you can see, we have in your dummy school, we have 25 students as the training. We have 22 training accounts in here, and we also have like 6 teachers account who are all dummy and fake. But because this is the total report, so you even though it's training account, it's also included. Okay, so but as you can see that the number of users is the number of currently registered accounts. This is important. So overall and student users counts do not include graduate accounts. So if your student is graduated, the number of users, it's not gonna be reflected in here. Okay, so it's complicated. Don't worry too much about it. So what I want you to understand is this part, DAU and login rate. So let's say I have like 94 number of users and totally I have 738 users, but daily actively login users is only 6 of them. So you can see that, so the rest of the teachers and students is not using LoiLo. So that will be a concern. So for me as an administrator, I will probably talk to the teachers in school by telling them that, hey, do you need some help by using the product or the platform? So we can help. So that's something that I personally like to check whether the school is using LoiLo in their class. So that's something that I would like to use, but it's not something compulsory that you have to remember it. Okay, so the next one would be the settings. Oh, but before that, there's something else I wanted to mention. Did you see that we have the admin console operation log? So I wouldn't click on it because it has my IP address in it. So to keep my privacy, I will not show you this screen. But as you can see that in real practice, if you click on admin console operation log, you can see exactly admin, let's say teacher Niso is deleting students from 1A, or teacher Grace is adding students for 2B. Let's say. So that's how we use the admin console operation log, is to make sure if something has been accidentally deleted or how can I say that? Like sometimes when you operate something and you press the wrong key. So the admin log, the admin operation log is for you and for us. If one day you wanted to know why this student is kind of being deleted or has been removed from the class, so you know exactly what operation has been done that due to this result. So we use this a lot when we have the end of year account processing. But now, because you guys are just new to LoiLo, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. And also because it's very sensitive, it contains the user's IP address. So please never do screenshot or share this information to somebody else, because this is it's pretty sensitive. Okay, so we have one question. So daily, it's literally daily, or it's an adjective for active users? Okay, that's a very good question. Let me get back to that. Wait, so daily, DAU. How to check the report. Okay, I think I'm going to share this menu for you, so that will be a lot easier for you to understand. As you can see here, the daily active user is the number of the top 90% of daily is every day, right? Daily user during the period. So some of you might ask me, why is it 90%? Not 100%, right? Because sometimes, remember, we will have the training workshops going on. So maybe, and sometimes we have event. So if we take 100% of the number will be very vague. Because let's say today I have event that I have 300 teachers and students joining my workshop. So my daily active users will be 300. But in daily practice, this school has only 20 accounts. Only 20 people are using it in a daily basis. So for me, if you wanted to get the accuracy of the number, we only take the 90%. So that we don't need to worry about if we have event, we have 0 people log in, or we have 300 people log in. We get rid of the extreme, we only keep the 90%. So this DAU, it's not 100% of the figure, it's the 90% of the daily users during this period. Okay, as you can see, that you can also change the period as displayed. So please feel free to just play around, and then please feel free to download it so that you will understand like how to really look at the report. Okay, that's a good question. Okay, thank you. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the settings. So it will be 2 of them. So we will talk about how to reissue your admin password and how to create the training accounts. So, and some of you have already do the end of year account processing, but we'll do it in mid-November or December, so don't worry too much about it. So today, only 2 things we need to remember: reissue the admin password, creating training accounts. Okay, so everybody, if you're in the LoiLoNote screen, please go to the top and then click on settings for me. So first, I'm going to teach you how to reissue the admin password, because sometimes it's quite funny. I personally wanted to link my admin account with Google login, so there will be no chance you forget your password. But let's say one of your teachers only have LoiLoNote ID, and then she or he as the administrator, like the co-administrator, he or she forgot their password. What you can do is, in here, did you see school and admin user settings? So I want you to please click on it. Okay, it's only one, doesn't work. So I'm gonna add maybe this guy. Okay, so let's say you have 2 teachers. You have 2 teachers managing the whole school, and you are this administrator. And then this teacher, Amir, he forgot his password. So you can just go into settings, click on school and admin user settings, and then you click on this teacher's name. Did you see that we have the change password here? Change password, and then just give them a new password. And then it's up to you. You can click on require password change when the user next login, but I do please remind him, this time you have to remember the password, because otherwise I will link your LoiLoNote ID to your Google address so that you don't need to worry about your password. All right? So otherwise, I will just click on, just leave it. Because there's so many times I keep having teachers asking me that I forgot my password. And I was like, oh, but according to the system, you just changed it yesterday. And then they would just tell me, yeah, I forgot. So I would say that it's okay to change password, but make sure you remember it. And also, one thing, it's quite dangerous, that please don't write down your password in a paper, okay? So if you write down in a paper, and what if a student has got the login detail? The student will be able to have full access of the whole school. So for me, I personally have two ways. The first one, set a password that you can remember without writing it. Okay, I would not recommend your full name and your birthday because that's really easy to remember. Okay, and second, you can either link your admin account with Google or Microsoft login. So in that case, even though you forgot your extremely long password, you're still being able to log in via Google. Okay, so this is one thing. If you have no problem, we're going to the next one. So let's say you wanted to create a training account. So training account is something we use in daily school. So like last time when Nisa was doing the workshop for you guys will have exactly the same password, right? So for me, the training account shall never be used in real classroom because every student is having the same password. They can just copy each other's username and use the same password to log in. So it's not safe. And for students' privacy and for your privacy, please don't use training accounts for real practice. Training accounts only used for training. I know it sounds so boring, but that's so true. So training accounts only used for training purposes. So I'm going to teach you how to set it up. So let's say in your school, you guys wanted to do an onboarding training. So instead of giving them the real account, if you don't have time to set them up, I will just click on create training account. Okay, if you click on create training account, I will say, let's say you have a number of 30 teachers, and then let's say you wanted to set up 30 students. Remember, this is a training account. So you can set up to 100 teachers and 100 students, but I don't think that you need that much. So it's up to you. So did you see that we have a new features? So this has been released last 2 weeks ago. It's called the planned deactivation date. So before, you have to manually delete or close these training accounts, right? But think about it. We talked about DAU, right? You have this training account sit there and no one's gonna using it, but still counted as part of the daily active user and the number of users, right? So after that, the company decided to set up a planned deactivation day. I personally wanted to put it for 3 months because, everything happens 1 to 3 months. But let's say if you think like, oh, I'm going to finish the training within this week, you can always change it in here. Okay, so I will just say that, okay, I'm going to just do after 3 months, and then I will click on create. So I personally don't really like to click on do not set the planned deactivation day, because one of the reasons why we have a planned deactivation day was to help you not to touch them after 3 months, and then they will just automatically be removed from the system. Okay, so I'll just click on create, and then don't forget to download the PDF with the login details. You either print out, you either download Excel file, and you click on complete. Okay, so when you go back to the LoiLoNote Admin Console, can you see that now we have the training teachers accounts in here, right? And you can see it has been set up a deactivation date. So I really like these features because for me, like when you have, let's say, if you have training workshop every single week, you don't want to have 1,000 training accounts, isn't it? So by setting up the planned deactivation date, this account, let's say when the times come, it will go to deactivate. Did you see that? It will go straight to deactivated. So any accounts in deactivated will no longer be able to log in. Okay, so they don't have to log out, so they just basically lose the functions of logging in. So I really like this thing, so I would like to introduce to you guys. Okay, so far, does anyone have any questions and concerns?